Hey, this will be a video chart on BRAV. Had a ton of requests for this one come in today, and then when I pull up the chart, I can see why. Looks like it got pretty wild here, unfortunately, in the bear's favor. I'm not sure if there was bad news or what happened, but surely from looking at the chart, a lot of people decided to sell today. But believe it or not, there is still hope. Now, before you go and call me crazy, let me explain myself. But from the daily chart perspective, yes, there is still hope. Now, from the day trader chart perspective, if you bought up here hoping for a day trade, then yeah, things are looking quite a bit different for you. But if you're in this for the longer haul, or in this from a longer term chart perspective, then the chart's still got a chance. And I'll get to that in a little bit. But don't quite turn off the video yet and think I'm crazy. Just bear with me here. So obviously the chart's been having a nice run up here, increasing volume, all that good stuff. Pulled back a few times, found support at the 200-day simple moving average, which is where you'd want to see it hold. But then today, like I said, I don't know if it was bad news or what, but something caused the chart to really start to cause a lot of sellers to come in, to put it as simply as possible. And how do you know a lot of sellers came in? Well, not just by looking at the price action, but when you look at this volume bar, just huge volume today. And then in combination with this candlestick, there were more sellers than buyers. I'll just put it that way. So the 200-day did not hold. So I just want to get that mapped out right now. So this has now become the newest area of resistance. Resistance would probably be kind of at the back of the worries right now. With a chart like this, the key things need to be, where is it going to finally bottom out and consolidate? And now this brings me to the point of the chart still having a chance, and that is because we are still holding above this purple line here, which is the 50-day simple moving average. If you know your charts, then you know that the 200-day and 50-day simple moving averages are kind of like the godfather of the moving averages. Everybody uses them and everybody has them. So technically, from the charting perspective, that is, things could come down here and base out and then head back up, and that would still be the chart would still have a chance. Now, how can that be? Well, let's look at things. So let's say that the price does indeed come down here. It finds support, hovers around, and then heads back up. Well, then now looking at things like this, what would we be able to do? We'd say, well, this is where the set of lows was. And then we'd say, well, compared to this set down here, obviously this set is higher. So now when we get out our trend line maker to draw the trend line, you can see that because this set was higher than this set, we would then have the ability to draw an uptrend line. So that is why I say that if the 50-day can still hold, then yes, there's a chance for the longer term perspective because the uptrend would still be intact. Now, if this doesn't hold, then the next support level is not until down here, which is where this whole thing started. So, the chart pretty much goes right back down to probably not falling off everybody's radars again and, not being very much talked about. But like I said, if this level can hold, that'll be great. Now maybe the price won't even come down in here and touch it. I'm not saying that it has to come down here and touch it, but from the charting perspective, that is the next level of support. So that's what we want to keep our eyes on and see if that can hold. The other thing with any sort of sideways or downwards action, we want to see volume drop off as much as possible. The lower the better on any sort of consolidation day. So keep that in mind too. We don't want to see volume continue to grow. We want to see it level off or just pretty much drop off a cliff and see the small days like that. These would be great on any sort of sideways or downwards action days. So that is where the chart currently stands. Like I said, if you're in this for the longer term haul, there is still hope, but everything is hinging on that purple line there because that is the 50-day simple moving average. If there are any other questions on the chart, please let me know. If not, I'd encourage you to check out bullwarriorstocks.com. If you go there and sign up for the free newsletter, you'll be sent a free ebook, and with your newsletter subscription, you'll get chart setups, trade ideas, educational pieces, all sorts of things from big boards down to penny stocks. So there's good variety, something for everybody. It is all free. We've been making some good money together on our alerts, so I'd encourage you to sign up for the newsletter and give it a try. One more time, this was BRAV. Thanks for listening.